Good morning, everyone. We seem to be very low in our energy already. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Chairman, all the WASP officials present, my brothers and sisters as comrades of the University of Nairobi, we had wished also that we would have had the national office, but I want to communicate their apologies as we are here today. The national office is actually in the University of Taita Taveta, and they are currently engaged in the negotiations of the 2021-2025 national CBA. So it's unfortunate that they are not here with us. But then we know that the enormous job they are playing is actually going to advantage us eventually. So I'm here also to communicate their apologies, but we are here in spirit with them. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for taking your valuable time to attend the University of Nairobi WASU Annual General Meeting for the Chapter University of Nairobi 2023. Indeed, 2023 was a year of many promises, many changes, upheavals, and more importantly, many landmarks. As the new government settled in, we as WASU came and started with a fresh demand after the election of 2022. And as the year is closing in, we remain optimistic despite the challenges we have faced and surmounted throughout the year. Members, let us remember one essential component of unionism. It is all about incremental positives, and we shall eventually turn the tide to our fortunes. I want to take this opportunity today to give you a chronology of the year in the effort by your union officials to achieve the mandate of the union. As I reported to you last year, we successfully established working structures of the union, which I'm happy to report they have been tested with a fairly good degree of success. And these structures include various working committees: working committee on DSP, a working committee to oversee service delivery at the staff health clinic, a committee dedicated to settling the matter of teaching practice, a committee set up to work on the issue of clinical allowances, and a committee set out to work on the pending 2017-2021 internal CBA. Each of these committees has discharged their mandates with dedication. And I'm happy to report that we remain on track to deliver on our overall mandate. Should be appreciated that the gains that we make as WASU are a result from the resilience and the trust our members have given us. Many are the times where, despite our best effort in our attempt to resolve arising matters at the university cordially, we have been forced into litigation. To better capture this year in reflection, I will address the following key areas in chronology of the year. Number one, university management and consequent litigation. Number two, health matters at the University Health Clinic. Number 3, DSP, teaching practice, clinical allowances payments. Number 4, promotions and appointments. Number 5, the internal CBA 2017-2021. And lastly, the updates from the national office activities. Let me start with number 1, university management and consequent litigation. Now, as you are all aware, the chapter had previously litigated against the present manner that the university management had initiated reforms way back in 2021. And that was immediately the current office took over office. And to remind you, the brief of it is that simply we actually managed to get our way in court. In fact, the court found the Vice Chancellor in contempt after ignoring successive demands to stop reforms, and his sentencing was to follow. The VC appealed the ruling, and the chapter utilized this opportunity and drafted a consent, with the understanding that the Vice Chancellor will meet the union's demands on areas we felt contentious. This consent was signed by all parties, and I want to include here all parties, including the WAS National Office, and in full view of national media. Now, however, this consent has not been filed in court since the appeal by the Vice Chancellor has yet to be heard in court. The consent remains active, and as a matter now remains at the mercy of the court's timetable. However, despite all that, the following matters in the drafted consent have since been acted on. Let me mention just around 4. Number 1, all previously appointed executive deans were replaced with elected deans. The term of deanship was raised from 2 years to 3 years. We also initiated the election of Senate representatives. Right now, that is a foregone issue. Number 2, faculty committees, which are the faculty's decision-making organ, have all been reinstated. Number 3, departments that were previously scrapped have since been reinstated. We are talking about Kiswahili, psychology, literature, geography, pharmacology and pharmacognosy, anesthesia, ophthalmology, all of them have been reinstated. Lastly, WASU managed to get a seat in Senate by invitation. It was also agreed that any further university reforms must, and I want to insist, must always be an inclusive process initiated at department level. However, the rather unexpected dissolution and fresh appointment of a new council with a new council chair in the year caught everyone in surprise. And this new appointment came with an infringement to our earlier agreement with the university management, and specifically with the reappointment of a non-academic staff member to a senior university position to an indeterminate contractual period. We met as a union, and through various meetings, both executive and full chapter, we resolved that WASU must remain consistent. We had proposed the changes, no one was going to reverse it. We say we must remain consistent by objecting to this kind of reform that had initially been litigated and we had won. We also decided that we must ask the court to determine whether there was an administrative error committed by the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, in the sudden reshuffle of the University Council. And the reason for doing this was to get a modicum of stability at the highest policy organ of the university. Because such instability affects staff by delaying promotions. And you can remember, by the way, just as a recap, when we came into office, the term of Professor Julia Ojambo was coming to an end. Nothing much happened after. And it took quite a while before Professor Miriam Were was appointed. And all that while, members were actually stagnating in their promotions.
Point of order.
The protocol deserves, let me just finish and then we can actually go to that.
What I'm saying